Originally, the Welsh Government rejected 9 out of the 19 recommendations which were made by the committee, which is actually staggering. Sensing how bad a look that might be, they've subsequently agreed to accept in principle a further 3 recommendations, bringing the total number of rejected recommendations to just under a third of the total. The rejected recommendations include all staff involved in assessments being trained in the social model of disability, and for the legislation to provide for a review process for people to be able to challenge a decision. Now, how many times have we seen Labour Assembly members in this place note the unfairness of assessments for disability when they are conducted by the DWP? How many times have we recognised the importance of appeals against their decisions and the importance of ensuring that staff understand the needs and barriers that people face? We repeatedly find that there is a problem with the public sector as a whole when it comes to assessments of disabled people. And it's only when we have robust appeals processes and staff who are properly trained that we find that these problems are reduced. So I'm disappointed these recommendations have been rejected. And the reason given that you don't have the time to do it, well, the facts show that in this Assembly term there have been fewer pieces of legislation than there were in the last Assembly term. So I don't accept that as an excuse. It's more a case of lethargy and the government regarding this as a trivial issue it thought it had solved with its poorly drafted regulations. I, and I'm sure many other Assembly members too, meet plenty of people through their surgeries who make contact with my office, people who really need a blue badge. There are always more requests than the Council can meet. Many councils seem to only be issuing a limited number of blue badges every year. Yes, I know that concerns about fraud have to be tackled, and yes, I know that land available for parking is limited, but we also have to make sure that Welsh citizens who may have illnesses, disabilities or mobility problems for other reasons are enabled to go out and live life as full as they possibly can. We're all aware of the growing mental health epidemic that is linked to increasing loneliness. A blue badge can mean the difference between having a life or being a prisoner in your own home. So I very much hope that the government will reflect on that and recognise their responsibilities in terms of preventing mental ill health and loneliness whilst considering this blue badge scheme.